Hello, my marshmallow peeps, and welcome to, I forgot the number, okay, welcome to the next episode of Total Pokemon Walkthrough. So this video is going to be something, different from something I've ever done. Rather than answering actual questions, from people left in the comments for me on videos, I'm going to be, the way I described it to myself when I was thinking of what I was going to be doing in this video, are tips and tricks for animations that are things that I wish someone would have told me when I was starting off. So if you're new to this whole process of animating, particularly for a TPI, hopefully this can help. And even if you're not, even if you're an old veteran like me, then there may be a few things in here that you might not have ever thought of. So I'm just going to go through them. These are just going to be the basics. If you have any questions, particular questions about anything that I do on my show, it can be anything from writing to animating to recording to concepts to editing, absolutely anything. I'll be more than happy to answer it in the next episode. But for this one, it's mostly just going to be tips and tricks for beginning animators, and also for those of you that aren't beginners. Maybe there are a few things that you can still learn. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is this nifty little device here. This is called your quick access toolbar. And so typically, I'm pretty sure that what's in here, this is the bar that is usually up here. And usually what's the only thing that's up here is the undo, redo, save, sometimes print, I'm not totally sure. But oh wait, no, wait, how do I get you? How do I okay. You can customize this to have a ton of different things that, like different shortcuts that you can use. That can be really helpful so that you don't have to click, up here. So the ones that I have on here are, start slideshow, record slideshow from current slide, new slide. This opens your animation pane and closes it. This adds an animation, and this gives it an animation. And the difference between that is, I'll just give you a brief example. If I click this and click, bounce, and then I click it and click shape, what it does is it adds it so that it has two, but then if I were to click it and do this one, it replaces it with whatever I click. So that's the difference between give animation and add animation. This is the animation effects, which changes things like direction. These are animation timings. This inserts picture from computer. This allows me to remove the background. This flips horizontally. This brings forward. This sends to back. This does corrections, which change like lighting, which is how you make things look like day or night. And this removes a particular color from a picture, and that's helpful in custom sprites, which I'll show you later. But the way that you can do this, this won't be totally the same for everyone. Certain people have different styles of animation, so just go with what you have to click on the most and what'll make your life the easiest. But to change this, go to File, Options, load please, thanks darling, click quick access toolbar, and then go to, there are a few things here that are helpful, but I like to go to the all commands, that's what it is, and it will show absolutely everything. And so this is like really, really specific things, and then you can click on whatever it is and hit add, and it will be there. I like mine below the toolbar, below the ribbon instead of up here, mostly because it's in color. When it's up here, all the icons are just white on orange, and so I like it more when it's orange, sorry, when it's down here. But okay, so that's that. The next one is to show the fastest way to make a character turn around. So the easiest way, we'll say we want her to be looking left and we want her to turn to the right. So the quickest way to do this is to click on it, hit copy, flip it, give it the animation appear, paste what you copied earlier, give it the animation disappear with previous, and then line them up, and bam, bam, there you go, ta-da, now you know. And then if you, this is something that bothered me for a long time. Well, first of all, if you have a custom animation like this, and a lot of times it'll look kind of jolty, see how it stutters right when you start it, because the point doesn't line up perfectly with the picture. So you don't actually have to grab the green dot and make it line up flawlessly. If you grab it and just put it close to enough to it, it will do it automatically for you. But you have to do that just to get it to like reset. And then the other thing is, suppose you want this character to go and you want it to be a smooth motion that comes to an abrupt stop. You just want it to go and stop whenever, stop at the stopping point rather than slowly slow down, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how it gradually slows down, and that can be helpful for a lot of things. But if you're doing something, for example, you have like a bar, like a meter, for like a scoring meter, and you want like something to fill up the meter to show like a score, you would want it to go slowly, you would want it to go consistently and then stop right at the end. So the way to do this is to right click the animation, click effect options, and then get rid of the smooth start and the smooth end. Make them both 0 seconds. And then your animation will go smooth and stop abruptly as soon as the time runs out. on the animation. So the next one is how to do custom sprites. This is something that, nope, that's the wrong one. That is how to do custom sprites. So what you do is you just save the picture as a sprite. This is something that I wanted to do for a long time and never knew how to do until like midway through Total Pokemon World Tour. So let's just say that Solrock for some reason loses this spike and now she's dying. And so I'm going to hit save. Now typically you're going to want to give it a background color, because a lot of the time Pokemon usually either with their eyes or their teeth, one of those two is always what seems to be the issue, will have white, the exact same white as this, like a solid white, not like a light gray or something. So what you're going to want to do is give it a color that you know isn't in there. For example, in this one I would do something like green or blue. For Solrock it doesn't really matter because she doesn't have teeth or white eyes, but typically you would need to put a color behind it, and then you just save it like that. And then just insert the picture. Oh, wait, or you can use your handy-dandy quick access toolbar. And then find the picture that you want to enter. And there we have it. And then just set the transparent color. Now, if you want it to be the exact same size as this one, all you have to do, instead of trying to adjust it to where it's the exact same size, just click on here, look over on the dimensions, and give it the same dimensions that the other one has. And then they will line up perfectly. Ta-da! This one is how to remove the background. This is something that most of you know how to do. It's fairly simple. So I'm not going to use this just so you guys know how to find everything, but click the picture, click format, and click remove background. So you could be like, this is a really cool picture, but I hate the psychedelic, horrifying purple thing in the background. Well, don't worry, because we got the magic of PowerPoint at our fingertips, even though Solrock doesn't have the fingertips. But you know what? Phalanges or no phalanges, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just filling the space, filling the time. Okay, I'm done filling. And ta-da, wow, look at that magic. The next one is using a selection pane. So down here we have the annual shovel racing. These shovels are racing, as you can see. So the order now is this, and this clearly does not correspond with this, because it says in first place is purple. So what you can do to make your life a lot easier, instead of clicking on each one and figuring out which number it is, if you click select, this is on your home page, if you click select selection pane, then what you can do is actually label each and every one, and then you will know exactly which shovel you're using when you animate. So I'm going to pause this and come back once I've done that. And through the magic of editing, we're done. So now you can see that all of these are labeled correctly, and now the fun thing about this is that when you copy them and paste them, this stays. So you don't have to do this like every single time. See, it's still pink, and it's still pink here. So let's just try and make this work, right? So right now the animations go like this, one after the other, and you're like, this works. This looks like shovel racing to me if I ever did see it. And so now we just have to make the placements right. So it says here purple's in front, which it already is, and then orange would you not? Oh my gosh, I double clicked it like an actual peasant. Okay, and then you just gotta move orange, and then yellow, and then red, and white, and green, and, oh no, I said in green, and then in pink, and then in blue. And then now what? Watch, it's just going to match up with the scoreboard just flawlessly. Look at that go. Look at all those. Look at them shovels going away. And there it goes. Now you know how to make your life a lot easier using the magic of the selection pane. That way you don't have to worry about arranging the animations and trying to figure out, all right, like which Pokemon is this, especially if you, for example, if you have a big cluster of them and you use the Control A, which selects all, then as soon as you use that and you're like, but wait, there's one character in here that I don't want to have the animation, instead of having to click it, and especially if you have a lot of them, a lot of times there's overlapping, and so you'll have to delete some, remove some just to be able to click on the right one, and then deleting the animation, you can just look on the list, click the name of the animation, and be like, alright, we're done. So in this case, for example, suppose we want to get rid of the yellow animation. We don't have to dig through this pile, no shovel pun intended, try and find yellow. We can just delete yellow from right here, and then we're done, and then yellow's not going to race anymore because he's been disqualified. So there's that. The next helpful tip, I don't know what I just said, those were not English words though, The next helpful tip is when you have a lot of pictures like this. So suppose you want the starry sky that is daytime to look like a starry sky, but you don't want to just, use real stars because this is a 1974. I don't know when that was, but I feel like they would have used real stars back in those old days. So what you do is, if you want to give each and every one of these, now, fun fact too, is as soon as you do this, if you hit Control, like I just did Control A to select everything, obviously we don't want the background to spin with the rest of the stars. So if you push Control while you click, it deselects it. But anyway, so then we're going to give all of these guys the spinning animation. It's going to lag. It's going to lag and be difficult. You see? That was a bad example because I'm going to change my mind. I'm sorry, I'm the worst, I know it. Anyway, we're going to give it a fade because you can't make one picture spin in the way that I want it to. But anyway, so... Obviously, this looks right. All these pictures are fading in at the same time. But, oh wait, hold on. I did it. It will work. I didn't do it from the top. I'm sorry. Now look, ta-da. Look at the magic of the magic. And so, but it's laggy. It's laggy because that right there is a lot of pictures. So what you can do is hit Control A. Of course, deselect the background again. Cut, and then paste it. And then just push Control. I said Control. I has no control. I just don't. Oh my goodness, my computer is being so difficult. Okay, Control and then U. And then it's going to copy and save it as one picture. So then you just adjust the size, and then you can give this fade. And look, lagless. So very lagless, because you know why? It's just one single entity. And there you go. I just knocked over a water bottle. I'm the dumbest. Next one. Suppose... Now, I wanted to use this cast from sprite because I never get to use this one because cast from's always very sad or angry. Cast from's rarely happy in my show. Anyway, if it's like suddenly very, very brightly outside and you're like, well, now I gotta make her very brightly right there, then the best way is gonna be to make this fade in over top of the other one. Now, you can try and adjust it and be like, close enough, right? Okay, I'm lying. You would only think this was close if you were an actual idiot. But if you want to make your life easier, you can just select the two, go to Format, Align Center, and Align Middle, and then bamity 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 bam. Let's just give this animation a longer animation time so we can really see the sheer magic that's happening here. I know I've said magic a lot, but that's because there's really just quite a lot of magic. See, watch this. Look at this magic. Do you see her transformizing? Do you see the transformization? This is not a word. I don't care. So there you go. The next and last and also final thing that we're going to be discussing is what's known as a home slide. So if you're caught up on Total Pokemon Action, you would know that this is kind of sort of the current cast. 1 to multiple contestants are missing from this picture for a variety of reasons that if you were to watch the show, you would know why this character or multitude of characters are not present for plot-related reasons. But anyway, what we can use this for is, again, very magical. So what you can do is just copy, you just gotta have a slide is what you gotta do. So if you have a slide and you keep it at the very bottom of the slideshow while you're animating, which is what I do, you'll notice that every single one of these things is labeled with their name. Wow. So that means that if we're like, listen here, I want a scene with these 5 characters that I just selected at random. We want them to be in a scene together. Well, I'm going to be like, all right, since I have them all selected, I want them all to go like this, even though it's a really dumb looking animation. And then I'm like, but wait, the order matters to me. I want them all to go one after the other. And the thing is I want to make sure that Smeargles happens after Togetic, and I want to make sure that Venomoth takes a bit longer. That way, if all these characters, for example, were piled up on top of each other or were overlapping even just a little bit for sheer convenience, we can go right over here. We just can. And that also means that if you start this at the very beginning, every single time you use this, no matter where you copy and paste the picture from, it's going to be labeled because this will be your home slide. These are your original ones. So I always keep a home one. Also, this helps because then all of your pictures are always kept to the exact same proportion. So you never have to worry about resizing your sprites so that they match each other and so that there's no weird proportional differences or inconsistencies. You never just want that. You just don't. Also, this makes it so that bigger characters or characters that can fly are automatically sent behind the ones that are in front. This is helpful because in most scenes you're going to want the bigger ones behind the littler ones. It's just the way it's gonna go. And also, this means that you can, at any given moment, select you can just go down one side and be like, all right, I'm working on this side. I need this character. Select this character and bam, bam. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I'll tell you what you got. You got this. Wow. A few other minor keyboard shortcuts I want to show you is if you click on a slide and then push Control while you use the arrow keys, it moves the slide. Wow. Literal magic. I know. That's what I've been telling you. It also means that if you go down here, you can do the magic that I just did, which is where you click. If you hold Control while you click individual pictures and you can pick the ones you want. Yeah. That's the end of this video. Leave me comments if you have any more questions. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, you loves, and bye! Okay, but I'm gonna go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, obviously, but I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.